received a question that reads like this: how do you help a person who is not afraid of death because they are a believer, but is fearful of the dying process and has just been given 3 to 5 months to live? Any recommendations for resources? I hope I'm the right person to speak to this. I think I am, because I could say exactly the same thing for myself. And this has been a significant process in my own life. For a long time, I've looked at the fear of death and said, I don't think I'm afraid of that. I know where I'm going. I hope in heaven, and that is such deep comfort. My father died about 4 years ago, and I had every bit of my faith put to the test, and yet I came out with every bit of my faith strengthened. I know where my dad is. I am deeply comforted by that knowledge. But the hardest part was watching him die. He died of cancer. It was relatively fast as cancer goes, but it is agonizing to watch someone you love in pain, and you can't help but ask the question, how am I going to walk through this when it comes to be my time? Could I handle it? And perhaps the greatest practical encouragement I could give to someone asking that question of being afraid of the dying process, especially 3 to 5 months, that is so short of a time. And all I would say is, I have watched a man of God walk through this that I loved, that I knew, that I watched him in his weakest, most vulnerable moments. And I can say this: you can die with grace. You can go through the process of physical pain knowing that your God will be there for you each moment. And I have said to several people since, I have found this comfort, that I know, and it sounds funny, but I know I'm going to be able to die, even if it's painful. I know I'm going to be able to go through that. God is going to be there for me. I don't know if the person asking this question has read a lot of our resources or not. I think Ed Welch's book called Running Scared, which has a chapter on manna, and the manna principle, he calls it, where the idea is simply, you know what? God is going to extend you the grace you need today. He doesn't give you the grace for tomorrow, but He gives you the grace that you need for today. That is something we can trust in. I might also point that person actually to my dad's blog that he kept, and my mom has kept up since. If you Google Alan Groves, A-L-A-N, Groves, and blog, it'll be one of the first couple hits, and you can read that. And that's just a lot of, hey, here's someone who's walked through this path ahead of you. So my encouragement is, the Lord is faithful not only in taking us over into a promised land, a place without sickness, but He is faithful on each step of that painful journey. And we've already watched the resurrection happen, and it is coming for each one who trusts Him. And that is enormous comfort for now and for eternity. So thank you for asking.